I'm Cecilia, I live in Zurich and I love train travel, and I'm trying to visit all 1,720 public transport train stations in Switzerland. Back in May I went for a hike near Vevey. It was a small section of the long distance hike that I've been doing over the last 4+ years, which will eventually take me all the way from east to west Switzerland. Good morning. No, good afternoon. It's already around 1 o'clock and I am going to have a smoothie that I just made, and then I'm going to go to the train station. I just need to drop off some recycling on the way and head to Vevey, which is quite far away, but I should still have like 2 or 3 hours to go for a walk there. Basically, I'm continuing the hike that I have been doing for a very long time, and before I went to New York for a week on holiday I got as far as like the outskirts of Vevey, so that's where I'm going to go back to and then continue on from there. But for now, smoothie in my in my cup that has the train on it, and the reason why it's so late is because I stayed up forever yesterday evening doing some editing and stuff, and then obviously overslept, plus also I had to like do some tidying up, do some laundry, etc., thrilling things like that. But hopefully the weather will be nice in Vevey as well. Here it's very nice, so I was tempted to stay here, but then also it's the last few days of my holiday and I thought like I could make good progress on that hike finally. And if I don't do it now, I probably will take a lot longer, because then I'll only have weekends obviously, and the weather is meant to be very nice throughout all of Switzerland really the next few days, so very lucky with that, which also should mean nice views, so we'll see. Right, I'm gonna have the smoothie and then I'm gonna get going. I am on the first train of the day for me, and this one is quite a long one. I'm going to be on this train from Zurich to Lausanne for 2 hours and 11 minutes, and then I'm changing in Lausanne to go to Vevey, and that's going to be 14 minutes, and then from Vevey to Château-de-Blonay, which I'm probably mispronouncing, that's going to be 20 minutes. So quite a long journey to get there, and it'll be fairly late in the day, but I'm just going to take a little walk and make the most of the weather. I've arrived in Lausanne, however, the train is about 6 minutes delayed and I missed my connection, so it happens, but it happens rarely, so it's alright. I do now need to kind of wait for an hour probably, so I'm going to try and work out whether to go from here to Vevey and then carry on or what. So yeah, I need a few minutes to work out the connections and then I'll carry on from there. Right, well, I was wrong. The train is here. It's just that I'm now going to miss the next connection probably. We'll see. It's now 7 minutes late though, and I only ever had 3 minutes to change in Vevey, so I think it's fairly unlikely that I'll make it. But the reason why I was like pretty sure I'd missed it is because this was supposed to leave from the platform opposite the one where I arrived, and then I checked again. Normally it updates live on the app, but I checked again, and then it had updated, and I ran over here. Needn't have run, clearly, because the train's still not left. But yeah, at least I got, you know, if I have to wait in Vevey for an hour, that's not so bad. Vevey is really lovely. For now, I'm going to sit down, and I'm trying to do the software update on my laptop because it didn't do it overnight, and now a download isn't working, and we'll see. So I'll sit down, get that done. Arrived in Vevey and I found a bench. I'm just gonna finish up the software update, and then I'm gonna go for a little walk to the lake, and I've got like 45 minutes until the train leaves. This was all rather delayed. As I said, it is rare, so I don't really mind, and I'm on holiday, so who cares. Doing the installation. Fingers crossed things will actually download now. Successful hour, I think. The download issue is fixed. I made it to the lake and I'm on the train. So hopefully we'll get going in 3 minutes as planned, and then there should still be plenty of time to go for at least like a good section of the walk that I was going to do. I literally finished a really hard hike actually a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago or something. Finished that exactly where I'm picking up now, and from now on it should be easier walks that are close to public transport, so it's a lot easier to just sort of go for however long and then stop when you feel like it. Better late than never, I suppose, with starting the walk. It's absurdly late to be doing this, but I'll just do a little bit and see how it goes, and probably won't do the full 10 kilometers that I've mapped out, 11 actually. So yeah, not sure how long I'll keep going, but for now this is really nice. The weather is incredible. I clearly caught the wisteria that's just next to the station at its perfect time last time I was here, because now it's still looking nice at one end, but the rest is definitely just done. And it was also fun to see the little super tidy garden in front of the train station in daylight. I swear it just looks like straight from Animal Crossing. So I've sent my parents my location and I'm starting the walk. So I think I'm all set. 3 kilometers in now, and I'm taking a little bit of a detour, or like basically I'm going from the path that I'm following, which is the hiking path number 3, to a train station that's nearby, and then I'm just going back to right where I was. Oh, I'm already glad I did this. There's a very nice view from here. On hiking path number 3. That's a car bridge. It's pretty massive, I don't know if you can tell. Like all the way down there is the ground. I think there must be a river. And then it goes all the way up. Also, I'm 6 kilometers in now, and honestly this is more of a hike than I thought it would be. But it's okay, because basically if it gets too tricky or something that I'm really not comfortable with, then it's not far to turn back and go to a bus stop or something. So for that reason it's still a lot easier than other bits of the hike that I've done, and it's not strenuous, but definitely more of a proper hiking path than I thought I was going to get today. Not really like a bad thing though. I finished my hike at this little bus stop, and I ended up actually doing 9 kilometers in total. Quite a long bus trip actually, so from Chardon it took 24 minutes to Palaiseau. I spent pretty much the whole bus ride talking to my friend on the phone. She had a medical procedure yesterday, but she's doing all right, so that's good. Oh, the lights aren't working here. My train that I'm supposed to take just arrived on this platform, so I don't know why that guy's running. It's not leaving for 2 minutes. And this one is going to go to Bern, but I'll catch you up on the route in a minute. this train is going to take nearly an hour, 59 minutes. And then from Bern to Zurich, it's going to be the usual train, but for some reason it's going to take exactly an hour. And then I'll be home just after 11 p.m, which I think, considering when I started today, is not bad at all. And I get to enjoy this very nice countryside in an area where I'm not sure I've ever been here before, like on this train route. So very much enjoying the views, and there is a little bit of a pink sunset. Last train of the day, and the download issue that I had before has returned.
Platform 33, Intercity, Hafen St. Gallen.
Back in Zurich, right on time, and I'm heading back home. We'll see if they've made some progress with the tents, etc. for Cycle Week in Europa. It was like watching, like, a sort of, you see them building something for some event over a few days, like a week or something like that. It's always fun to watch. Back home, and I'm not going to unpack because I'm going to go right back to where I was today. I do just need to check if do I need to recharge anything? I don't think so, actually. Going to have a ridiculously late dinner. Yes, I do know you're supposed to eat earlier in the day, but I didn't, so I'm going to now. And then I'm going to go to sleep as soon as possible. I'm going to watch a couple of videos on YouTube while I get dinner ready. And I just saw a clip, in my feed that Downey Live posted at least some of his Arctic Circle to Africa journey, which I'm super excited about, because I think there must be some trains that I've taken, because I don't think there are that many trains that go to the Arctic Circle, as far as I'm aware, within Europe, as in excluding Russia, if that makes sense. I think it's pretty much you have to be in Finland or on one particular train line in northern Sweden and Norway, and I've been close to the Arctic Circle in Finland, and I have been on that train that goes to the Arctic Circle in Sweden and Norway, so yeah, very exciting. Anyway, I'm gonna watch stuff and get food ready and have a lot of water, actually, because it was warmer than I thought today, but very nice, which makes me look forward to tomorrow because the weather is meant to be similar. Updating my trackers with today's travel. I'm going to try and do that on the day of travel rather than later when I find it a lot harder to remember. And I'm having some tea in my New York mug. It's all like buildings in the dark, which I think is very suitable considering I was just there. And I love what it looks like inside. I think it's so pretty. So, tea, finishing up notes, etc. And then I'm going to go sleep soon because I'm going to try and go back to Vevey tomorrow and continue the hike. And yeah, as I said, try and make the most of the last few days I've got off and the really nice weather. Cool. Oh, and I'm finishing watching Mrs. Sidhu Investigates, which I'm really enjoying, but there's only one season and it's only 4 episodes, so I wish there was more. But yeah, that's it for today then. I'll see you next time.